MJX are known for some of the fastest, the toughest, and the cheapest mini bashers money can buy. And this is their new 1/10 scale, and it will run 4S. We'll have a look at all this in a second. This is what I'm interested in. It's got an app that you go onto and you can do all your settings, so we'll have a look at that. And the all-important center diff. Center diffs mean you can usually get the power down a little bit easier, give you a little bit more control, better handling. And well, it's just a nice thing to have. So in the box you get a set of instructions, spare rod ends, a wheel wrench, a screwdriver, some foam pads and Allen keys. You get a wheelie bar, and MJX, even in their small ones, quite often send you spares with them as well. So you'll get a little bag of spares in the box. Look, you've got a full set there, and then you get their transmitter. These don't give you loads of options. You've got 70% and 100% throttle there. You've got throttle trim and steering trim, and you've got a third channel there. Suspension feels nice, although I'm not sure what's going on with geometry here. When you push right down, you get loads of positive camber. Bit strange, I don't notice that with anything else. The rear's not as bad, but definitely something going on in the front there that's pushing. There's a lot of flex in that A-arm. That's probably not helping when it's being pushed down. Same on the rear, there's loads of flex in these arms. That's a good thing for durability, but too much flex will just mess up your handling. Does feel nice though. Be sure to install the head wheels before use. Head wheels? I know what they mean. So it comes in two different colours. It comes in this nice black and red, and then it also comes in white like this. So it's got a clipless body system. That slides back like, that's really stiff. That slides back like that, and then it should lift off. There we go. Lifts off, and then it's got a little lip there that slides into the front, so it slides out. So nice clipless body system. Plastic frame in there offering some support. Feels quite a sturdy body. You know, the metal gears in there. So under here we've got a 35 kilo steering servo. That's quite a big chunky steering servo for something like this. Although looking at the specs, 6 volts, 30, yeah, it's not going to be the quickest. There's your 100 amp ESC. Looks like the receiver is underneath. That's one thing I do find about these MJX cars, is they're a bit hard to work on. So you got the ESC on top of the receiver box. That looks like a decent sized motor in there. I don't know what the KV is. I don't think it says it on the box. It just says brushless motor. Continuous power output. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, we've got a big motor, twin fans on the top, fan on the ESC, no battery this. I don't know whether there's an option to get them with batteries, but this one's got no battery. Big centre drive shaft going through there, so shaft driven 4-wheel drive. You've got this honeycomb chassis, usually pretty tough. Got these little bits at the side here just to tuck the body in, stop them flapping about. Chassis brace across the top, plastic shock towers, big bore oil shocks, adjustable collars, do feel all right. Adjustable camber, adjustable toe. You got anti-roll bars on there as well, or sway bars. Really big drive shafts in there. There are bearings all round. Adjustable camber at the rear. Again, big drive shafts. Well, they're CVAs or CVDs at the front and at the rear, which is good. Anti-roll bar at the back. Got rear lights there. You got a big front light bar there on this big front bumper. Centre diff is housed in there along with the pinion and spur. That looks like it might be a pain to get all that off. Like I said just a minute ago, from experience, the smaller ones, they're not the easiest to work on. And then underneath, you've got this plastic chassis. It feels nice and sturdy. It's similar to their small scale stuff. Back bit here, there's no skid plate, but this whole back bit is all metal on there. Metal skid plate at the front there. And then there's your bottom arms. And like I said, a lot of flex in them. Like too much, but I think they're too soft. I mean, it's not going to be too much of an issue for just general bashing, but I can't imagine that that's going to do much for the handling if all 4 arms twist like that, especially if you're putting the power down on 4S on a high grip surface and you're getting traction on these wheels. I can imagine it's going to twist these and mess up your geometry. So for this to be as good as their smaller stuff, it's got to be really tough. So we're going to go and give it a good test. I think it's a kind of similar size to the rival MT10 from Associated. I've been shouting about that for, well, forever, that is one of the toughest things you can buy. So we'll see if it's as durable as that. It's actually exactly the same size as an MT10. Not quite as much ground clearance, Mine's seen better days and rear arms hanging off. This is the V1 MT10, but the V2 is exactly the same size. So same size as an MT10, but it is way cheaper than the MT10. The MT10 used to be a really good price, but now it's sort of crept up. But something in the same price range is the Maverick Quantum 2 Flux. And that thing is crazy durable. And as you can see, it's also the same size. Again, not quite as much ground clearance. So price point of this is more comparable with that than it is the MT10. And this is just as tough as the MT10. So actually, it's probably better to compare it to that than it is to the MT10. 3S. $33. 4S. 46. Right, let's see if this HyperGo can impress me as much as the small stuff. It sounds quite whiny. I don't know, that gear mesh, bit tight. Just got a 3S in at the moment. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to need to go 4 to get the air control. And on 4S, you will need the wheelie bar if you're on high traction, as you can see. But 3S here, yeah, we're just running out of wheel speed to have any air control. Yeah, I've got none. Luckily, it kind of glides all right. Ish. There we go. Wow. 4S, now we are ripping. It's probably too much. Ah! Yeah, well, there you go. Definitely squirrely on 4. Not quite fast enough on 3 for my liking, and maybe a little bit too much on 4. That back is very twitchy. Whoa! At least there's more control now in the air. Oh, oh. Oh, this is definitely a durability test. Well, that's interesting when you add that extra power. It just makes that back end a little bit more squirrely. It's got to be down to the soft arms, and like I said, it kind of, when it dips down, the geometry gets messed up a little bit. I've just put it to 70% on the transmitter. That might be a sweet spot, you know. A bit quicker than 3S. Oh yeah. Yeah, there we go. On this surface anyway, 70% 4S. Ah, much better. Feels wrong to be running it at 70% with that battery, but oh, still not enough control really. Right, we're going back to 100. Right, back to 100. I just need to get used to it. There we go. A bit slappy on the chassis, but then most stuff is down here. I'm kind of getting used to its scatty behaviour. It's the first time that's happened. I can't imagine it's going to be the last though with that latch system. Right, before this battery runs out, let's try some big jumps. Now, I've just had a PD Racing out, really nice, and I said it had a nice amount of usable power. This is kind of the opposite. It's got a bit too much on this surface. And it's quite hard to get a nice straight line. It's a bit squirrely, like I've said, on the back end, but 3S not quite enough power, 4S a bit too much. Ugh, really need to get used to the throttle. I think it'll clean jump. There we go. Just needs to be a little bit more careful on the throttle. Oh man, that tree got right in the way. Body off again. Wow, that went right in there. Ugh. Well, at least we're giving it a bit of a durability test. So the body's coming off even with that pushed back. So it's obviously flexing and pulling the body off rather than the clip coming undone. So back on 3S. I want to see if we can get it to rotate. Oh yeah, just about. So you don't need quite as much wheel speed at the skate park. You slow in and fast out and we've got a bit more control. But for me it's still a bit sluggish. Wow. That went up, didn't it? That went right up. Definitely a little bit slammy on the old chassis, but it is more controllable here than on that dirt track. Hooks up a little bit better. Oh, that's where you need 4S. Front flip. Oh, hang on. Oh, what's happened? Ah, broke a shock end. Did I bring spares with me? Oh, I forgot to put them in my bag. Oh no. So it didn't have a shock end in the box, but I managed to fix it with some spares that I had. Right, we've got 4S now. I've come to this skate park specifically because this is where I bring my MT10. It's had many times here. It's been sent many times, so I thought it was only right that, well, this gets brought here as well. So it's certainly got MT10 characteristics. Short wheelbase, or shortish wheelbase. Easy to backflip. Not bad, actually, not bad. Oh. I hate front flips. Front flips are so unpredictable. I don't think I broke anything then, though. We'll save some front flips till later, I think. Oh my word. Yes. This thing jumps. It goes so high. Can't remember with my MT10 whether I managed to get all the way over to there. Yeah. I don't know whether I've done that before. Oh, hate flat landing. Oh, something's at the gears. Yeah, I think so. Sounds like a bit of gear, bit of gearage. Oh, this isn't going well. Oh, that's cleared it up a little bit. Oh no, it hasn't. Nice landing. So I just took the gear cover off, everything looks fine there, but I've just found the problem. The centre drive shaft, she's a little bit bent. So it's obviously rubbing, you can see where it's rubbing on the receiver box. We quietened it down a bit. A flat landing like that one would have bent, well, a lot of things. A metal chassis if it was a metal chassis. Oh, the problem when you use all your throttle, so I was at full throttle then when I hit the ramp, it leaves you nothing left to get it round. Let's try again. Oh, only just. Oh, that's better. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. I can't get it to hit that ramp straight now. Trying too hard. Oh, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. What have we done? Oh. Ah, we snapped the shock on the back. It was gonna happen. Let's go back to the workshop and have a look at the damage. Well, let's do one more jump first. Double, double. Yeah, I do. Double backflip. Oh, hang on. Oh! I've never done that before. I don't think I've ever sheared a servo like that. That's like both sides of the servo have sheared off. It was a high jump and it did flat land. It may have already been cracked from some other jumps, but that is a first for me. And shock tower damaged again, landing upside down. It's bound to happen. I think most people now watching these sort of videos where you go to a skate park, you jump them like 15, 20 foot in the air onto concrete. Most people kind of understand they're going to break. So I'm not too bothered about the brakes on here. It was properly smashed into the ground. Just remembered something actually. We didn't have a look at that ESC, did we? It's got like a smart function on it. Smash this thing to pieces and we didn't even have a look at that. Let me go and get a battery. So basically you download the Angry Snail app. QR codes are on the back of the instructions. And then I guess we just switch it on. And then we can connect, go. So get straight in. This is quick. You've got running mode, you've got your drag brake, cut off voltage, throttle and punch. Goes up to 8, it's already on 7. Brake force, initial brake force, neutral range, BC voltage. All right, so you can put the voltage up to 7.4, that's good. You can change your motor rotation and lipo cells automatic. It shows you the voltage on your ESC, so you can see that battery's got 12 volts on it. ESC temperatures, if I push the throttle, I've got the transmitter on 70%. You see it's outputting about 70%. If I switch it to 100. Nice. Also shows you your RPM on it. Turn you off. You are loud. I really like that app. That is a cool feature on something at this price point. So do I like it? Yes, I do like it. It's tough. It's pretty fast. Is it as good as a rival MT10? I don't think so, although it is cheaper. Is it as good as the Maverick? I don't think so, and they're about the same price. It's a nice truck, and I think it's priced about right, but I just don't think it's quite up there with the Maverick and the MT10.